Okay, so we're gonna do a walkthrough at Krameria Way. This is gonna be your front entrance, and I'm gonna have to do this video a little bit differently. So I'm gonna be doing a voiceover just because I'm running low on time. But here's the entryway. And I will say this house emulates elegance, especially when you walk into the front, getting a view of the ceiling. So now I'm just gonna hop into the voiceover and do this video real quick. Okay, so taking a quick left, we're gonna make our way over to a home library and or potentially your home office. You'll notice decorative walls, great interior lighting, and actually there's a door right here. If you look at the glass pane, you can see there's these lines in the glass. It's not the standard glass that you would get anywhere else. Making our way over here to the formal dining room, you're greeted with elevated lighting, these decorative wall features, and even more natural light. And making our way over through the breezeway to the kitchen, you're going to be impressed with everything it has to offer in here. From the inlaid sinks to soft close cabinetry, this decorative hood, styled to match over your lichened gas stovetop. These are also going to be 2 ovens. There isn't a spot for your microwave, so you can see the microwave is actually right here inside your pantry. And one thing to note really quickly, there's some missing paint here, so maybe something that can be added as a seller concession in this offer, should you decide that's something you'd be interested in. There's a few other areas that we'll talk about too that don't seem completely finished, and we'll get your thoughts on that. Continuing through with the kitchen, you'll note this beautiful marble backsplash, open cabinetry, and this modern open floor plan feel straight here to the living room. One last quick overview shot of the kitchen, then let's make our way through the rest of the tour. Oh, and really quickly, the hot tub is included. It's just outside in the patio. Now let's take another look at this grand living room. Very elegant, very stylish. Love these arches. And now let's make our way up one of the staircases. This is actually going to be in the front of the house. The other one will be located just outside the kitchen. And now let's go explore some of the bedrooms. Here to the left is going to be our first bedroom. This room features modern lighting, a nice white neutral finish for the colors, this walk-in closet here, and actually a balcony which is on the front of the house viewing the mountains right here. It's also a breeze through to another bedroom, which is really interesting, very unique and quite cool talking topic. It does have an ensuite or attached bathroom as well. Let's take a quick peek there. Nice tiling, modern mirror, and now let's go explore this adjacent bedroom. Now this bedroom is also going to feature modern lighting, a nice white finish, very neutral area. It does have a bit of a smaller closet, which is going to be right here actually. It does have the mountain views though, and an ensuite bathroom as well. Let's go take a quick peek at the bathroom. It's going to feature nice tiling, a nice black and white contrast, and a couple other things I want to point out here in the video because it's hard to see unless I make a note of it. This house has been lived in, so there's going to be some scuffs on the walls. There's a missing electrical outlet right here, outlet cover. And now I understand these are probably not deal breakers, but they're just things I want to point out to you because you can't really see that in this video. So making our way over to the other room, you can see this room is being utilized as a home gym. It also has an attached bathroom. I'm going to show you here real quick. Nice tiling, nice standing sink. And just real quick again, little parts here and there that show it's been lived in a little bit. Now let's walk across the rest of the house in this breezeway, and I want to take a quick pause here and give you an idea of what it would look like looking down into the grand living area and create a feel for you to see how you would feel essentially if you're standing up here on this breezeway or this balcony essentially in the house and what the ambiance and the feel would be like. Now let's make our way to an entertainment area. I know you've mentioned that you like to do company parties and or have some friends, family, colleagues, coworkers over. This could be an incredible entertaining area, and it does have a dedicated bar, so you could hire bar staff, do bartending yourself, maybe even have like a Great Gatsby themed party. It's fully loaded, as you can see right here. It would be a real vibe. And now let's take a quick walk over here to the other 2 bedrooms. Really fun note, there's actually a laundry chute right here. It goes down into the laundry room, super convenient for the kiddos. This room is going to feature a little bit of a darker finish, a little darker feel, a little more moody maybe. And this is also the second balcony. Like I mentioned in the video earlier, this is the breezeway to the other bedroom. There's going to be a closet here on the left. It's a little bit smaller of a closet, but there's not a really big issue there because I'll show you here in just a moment. There's actually a room that's been converted and dedicated as a closet in its entirety. There's a nice little get ready area. This would have been a closet, but it's been renovated. Now girls can put on their makeup, do their nails, have a nice dedicated spot for that, and it's attached right here to the other bathroom. So in essence, each one of these rooms has an attached bathroom, almost an ensuite bath. Let's go take a peek here at the room that's been converted to a closet. This is such a great use of this space in my opinion because it would have been a much smaller bedroom. Real quick, just wanted to point out there that there's a missing light switch cover. Let's make our way down to the kitchen area. This is going to be that second staircase I was talking about. There's going to be a powder for the entryway. This powder room is going to feature beautiful floor tiling and updated modern feel for the lighting, the mirror, the sink, and it's going to continue throughout this mud room essentially. This is going to be the breezeway to the garage. The garage is attached to the house, but there's not any access into the garage through the house. You'd have to walk across that breezeway and or in the back, and I'll show you that. What I was pointing out there is that this is an unfinished area in the basement. They're actually going to be, there's a rough-in for a wine cellar. This is a great spot here for a printer room, potentially a small office, or depending on how old the kiddos are, maybe just a workstation for them. Here's going to be a laundry room. This laundry room also features that laundry chute like I was talking about upstairs. There's a couple other pieces just showing that the house has kind of gotten a little bit of wear and tear. There's that laundry chute. You'd have to put some basket or something down here to collect the laundry. But this would make it super convenient for the kiddos to just throw their laundry in the chute and then do it on laundry day. Let's make our way downstairs really quickly so that way you can get an idea of what the wine cellar is looking like. Again, this is an unfinished area, but because this is an unfinished area, this is something that we can utilize in negotiation tactics during our offer. It does say on the wall that they're planning on redoing the carpet down there, so that carpet's probably going to be completed, but I'm not sure about the completion of the wine room itself. Now, I know you've been waiting for the primary bedroom, so without further ado, let's go take a peek. I mean, wow. This room is huge, and it's radiating this elegant, timeless feel. Let's go over to the closets and get a further feel of that and idea. These closets are huge, by the way, so I'm going to walk here into the back of the closet and give you an idea of just how much space we're working with. Now that's not done because this is the first of two closets. Let's go make our way over to the other closets. It's going to have some built-in shelving, great for shoes, great for linens, great for clothing that you can't hang up on hangers. And of course, no primary bedroom is ever complete without an incredible primary ensuite bathroom. This bathroom is activated by a motion sensor switch, so when you walk into the bathroom, the lights turn on. You might have just noticed that in the video. Here's going to be your shower. There's going to be a private bathroom here for your water closet or toilet. It's very nice. Nobody likes stinky bathrooms. Here's going to be your double vanity for your sink. Again, modern finishes, modern lighting. The cabinetry is soft close. It is a beautiful primary bathroom made for a queen. Now for the next part of this video, I'm going to utilize this time to talk a little bit about the neighborhood and the positioning of this home. We're going to go outside and you're going to see the features of the backyard. It's going to include a hot tub, 3 fire pits. One's a permanent fire pit. The other 2, probably unless we put them in the offer, will more than likely be taken by the seller. But with that said, this location is in a little bit more of a rural area of Colorado. It's east of I-25. And anything east of I-25, you're going to be getting a little bit more house and a little bit more land generally for a little bit less expensive of a price. Now that said, it doesn't mean that it's any less convenient than the other homes that we've reviewed. This house is going to be more or less about 5 to 10 minutes depending on traffic outside of any major hub, food, entertainment, Costco, shopping centers. Everything is still going to be relatively close, and this is actually in an area progressing for growth. Most of the areas west of I-25 have been developed, and it's just a little bit harder to get land in that area. So a lot of the progress is pushing out east of I-25, and this home is already in a prime location. The neighborhood is mature. The views of the mountains that you have are going to be permanent. There's not going to be anything that's going to obstruct that view. Now here's one potential downside. This is going to be the 3-car garage, and this is all that we have on this particular home. This 3-car garage, though, does have a Tesla Model X right there in the middle, so you can see it's pretty sizable amount of space here in the garage. What I just pointed out is the other door, which is the access that I was talking about earlier in the video, which was the breezeway into the kitchen to get into the house. Now this home is on a cul-de-sac, so potentially being able to park vehicles outside, we'd have to just double check with the HOA. Here's one other bonus area in this house. It's going to be attic storage. It's unfinished, but they're also planning on selling us the 14-foot Christmas tree that they have probably specifically made for this home. So if you want that, that's an added bonus. This is also just a flex space to be able to store more items. So I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think.